Hi everyone. Today we're going to take a look at the 5 best budget PC cases in the market for this year. First, we're going to show you our 5 best picks, then we'll talk about what you should look for before buying a budget PC case. You can find timestamps and links to all of the products we mentioned in this video down in the description below. Let's get started. Cougar MX330G. While we do like the RAID Max Zeta, the Cougar MX330G is an option that offers pretty much all the same features, but cheaper. The MX330G comes with a tempered glass side panel, a grilled front panel to help with airflow, and a full-length PSU shroud. That's a steal of a deal, and if you didn't think you'd be able to build a budget system that performs well and looks good, this case might just change your mind. Its only downsides are that it isn't quite as roomy as the Fractal Design Focus or RAID Max Zeta, and it isn't a Prime-eligible item on Amazon, and thus doesn't arrive as quickly. However, the 12.8-inch GPU clearance is enough to house even an RTX 2080 Ti, so despite its smaller size, the Cougar MX330G isn't that limited in what can be put in it. Number 4. Fractal Design Focus. Fractal Design's Focus mid-tower case is our pick of the best airflow option among cases. The Focus comes in 5 different color schemes and will give budget builders a solid case that looks nice and will provide adequate airflow for their components. The Focus can support graphics cards up to 15 inches long and CPU coolers as tall as 6.5 inches. With 15 inches of clearance for the graphics card, that means the Focus can house pretty much any graphics card currently available. It can also support radiators in 3 different locations across the case, front, top, and rear, with the ability to hold a radiator as long as 280mm on the top of the case. So if you want to put an AIO cooler in this case, you definitely won't be lacking for options that'll fit inside of it. Number 3. Thermaltake Core V1. Another Thermaltake case that comes in and is worth mentioning is the Core V1. The Core V1 is a Mini-ITX case, and it's also one of our choices of the best cube-style cases as well. Despite its compact size, it can still hold graphics cards that are up to 11.2 inches long and CPU coolers that are up to 5.5 inches tall. So while you can't fit a longer graphics card in this case or a taller heatsink, there are plenty of low-profile graphics cards and low-profile coolers that will work with it. In fact, you can fit a Mini RTX 2070 inside of the Core V1, which means you won't be limited in the kind of gaming-specific system you can build in this case. Again, the case is a Mini ITX form factor, so you'll only be able to fit a Mini ITX motherboard inside of it. Number 2. AeroCool Cyclone. The AeroCool Cyclone is a bit of a lesser-known option. Both AeroCool and RAID Max are established PC hardware brands, but they don't have quite as much name recognition as the more well-known brands, Cooler Master, Thermaltake, NZXT, Corsair, etc. However, the Cyclone is another solid option. It comes with a full-length PSU shroud, an acrylic side panel, and RGB strip on the front panel of the case that stretches from the bottom of the panel to the top of the panel. It also holds graphics cards up to 14.6 inches in length and CPU coolers up to 6.1 inches in height, and it can house radiators as long as 240mm on the front of the case. The case has a really nice-looking design, but the one downside is the lack of ventilation on the front panel. Number 1. Thermaltake Versa H15. Thermaltake's Versa H series is a solid lineup of budget-friendly cases. We've provided a picture of the Thermaltake Versa H15, but the Thermaltake Versa H17 is a good option as well. The H15 is a micro ATX case that offers GPU clearance up to 12.4 inches long and CPU cooler clearance up to 6.1 inches tall. The H15 also comes with a grilled front panel to help increase airflow coming into the case. One of the downfalls of the H15 though is its price. It's more expensive than the Cougar MX330G and only a few bucks cheaper than the Fractal Design Focus and the RAID Max Zeta, despite these cases offering more interior room and better features. However, the M15 used to be available for a reasonable price, and if it were to return to that price tag, in our opinion, it would offer a ton more value. FAQ. Do I need a PC case? Can I use my computer without one? Your PC can run without a case, but in the long run your PC will get damaged from environmental issues such as moisture, spills, humidity, pets, etc. A case will protect your components from all of that, especially dust. It gets everywhere, covers your parts, and drives your computer parts to the point of malfunction. Another reason to use a computer case is to reduce the noise the components make and maintain proper airflow. For the latter reason, without a case, fans are just blowing in a random direction and all over the place. Thus, cooling effectiveness is reduced. Should I remove the side panel of my PC case to keep it cool? Removing the side panel of the PC won't really solve your cooling problems. One of the most important functions of a case is keeping the airflow. The gist of how airflow works is bring cool air into the case, heat it up and let it out. When you remove the side panel, you disrupt the whole airflow process of the case. Furthermore, your components will be prone to dust. I recommend you take other cooling measures such as adding CPU coolers, fans, water cooling options, etc. How do I clean tempered glass PC cases? Tempered glass allows you to look at your rig's components without opening it. It's gorgeous but fragile. You need to handle it with extra care. You can clean the tempered glass part on your case just like you'd clean normal glass. Glass cleaner and cloth towels are good cleaning tools. First, you spray the cleaner on your cleaning cloth, then wipe the glass down. Be careful not to let any liquid cleaner get into the sheltered components. After that, you wipe the glass surface dry with another clean lint-free cloth. Another extra step you could do is let the glass dry.